India's growing defense and military ties with Armenia have rattled Azerbaijan, a Turkish and Pakistani ally. Azerbaijan fears Indian weapons like Pinaka rocket launchers and Akash air defense system would help Armenia counterpunch Baku and shoot down the JF-17 fighter jets it is buying from Pakistan. This comes after Nikol Pashinyan warned that Azerbaijan is planning a full-scale war to defeat Armenia once and for all. However, delivery of Indian weapons to Armenia have shaken Azerbaijan's well-laid-out plans. Rattled by Indian rocket launchers, air defense systems, artillery guns and anti-drone network, Baku is reportedly rethinking its invasion plans. Azerbaijani president has accused India, France and Greece of forming an alliance to back Armenia. He says, quote, "We cannot sit idly by while France, India and Germany arm Armenia against us. They are doing this openly and demonstratively, obviously trying to prove something to us in this way. We cannot just sit back with our arms folded." The Indian government has given a short but blunt reply to Azerbaijan. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal says, quote, "We have good relations with both Armenia and Azerbaijan, but apart from that, we also have a policy to promote defense exports. In other words, mind your own business." Azerbaijan's objection to India's weapon sales is rich, coming from a country that is buying 8 JF-17 fighter jets from Pakistan for worth $1.6 billion. This is for air superiority over Armenia, which still has Soviet-era jets in its arsenal. Azerbaijan also has procured an array of Turkish drones like TV-2 along with kamikaze drones. But reports of Indian weapons deliveries to Armenia have spoiled Azerbaijan's plans. The Indian Akash missile system can shoot down a range of targets including fighter planes, Turkish Baykar drones, along with cruise missiles and short-range missiles fired from attack helicopters. Armenia has bought another defense shield from India to counter Azerbaijan's Turkish drones. Indian-made Zen anti-drone system provides multi-layer cover. The Indian Zen system targets a drone's communications, rendering it useless. Indian Zen system and Akash missile defense would make Azerbaijan's Turkish drones sitting ducks, ready to be shot down. Back in 2020, Azerbaijan relied heavily on Turkish drones and kamikaze drones to target Armenian stationary artillery systems and heavy armor. This saw drones emerge as a key weapon in 21st century warfare, which resulted in Armenia's defeat and the capture of Nagorno-Karabakh enclave by Azerbaijan. Armenia has learnt its lesson, and to prevent a repeat of the Nagorno-Karabakh war, it is also buying mobile howitzers or artillery systems from India. In 2023, Armenia placed an order for 6 formidable Indian-made 155mm ATAGs from India. Reports suggest Yerevan wants to procure 84 more of these MARG 155mm self-propelled howitzer guns. Now, these are manufactured by Kalyani Forge India. These specialize in shoot and scoot capabilities, thus are difficult to counterattack. Indian Army has carried out advanced field testing of these howitzers, which can hit targets at 50-kilometer range, making them the best in their class. Army test-fired these all-weather artillery guns from Sikkim to Balasore and Pokhran, in temperatures varying from 50 degrees to -15 degrees Celsius. Now they could target Azerbaijani military formations in case another war breaks out in the Caucasus. But arguably, the most formidable Indian weapon bought by Armenia from India are the Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launchers. Dubbed the Indian HIMARS, it has been compared to the American rocket system being used by Ukraine against Russia. It has a high rate of accuracy at 40 kilometers, and each launcher can fire 12 rockets in under a minute. Armenia signed a $250 million deal with India in 2022 for the Pinaka rocket launchers and anti-tank ammunition. But just like Ilham Aliyev mentioned, India is not alone in supporting Armenia at its time of need. India's strategic partner France has also boosted its defense supplies to Armenia. Reports suggest Yerevan has signed a contract to buy the French Mistral short-range air defense system, while Paris could also supply the Mk3 armored vehicles to Armenia for secure troop movement. Other reports suggest France has also agreed to supply night vision goggles and other equipment from defense manufacturer Safran. India and France both have ties with Armenia dating back at least to the 16th century, and defense supplies to Armenia further boost this partnership. Armenia has turned to India and France after being abandoned by its traditional ally Russia. Nor did Russia prevent the Nagorno-Karabakh war nor supply Armenia with weapons it had ordered worth $400 million. Now, Russia is tied up in the war in Ukraine and has its own interests in keeping Turkey on its side, given its control of access to Russia's Black Sea fleet. After the Nagorno-Karabakh rout in 2020, Azerbaijan and Turkey thought no one would come to Armenia's aid. However, in India and France, Yerevan has found friends who are standing with it in its time of need. Have your say. After buying arms worth billions of dollars, including fighter jets and drones from Turkey and Pakistan, does Azerbaijan have any right to question Indian and French defense support to Armenia? Leave a comment below and remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons.